What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day that I wanted to go ahead and kick back and discuss the brand new map called Puntamar in Modern Warfare 2. Basically, this map is heavily, when I say heavily, it is heavily inspired by Favela, the OG GOAT. So, what I want to go ahead and do today is pretty much describe to you guys what made Favela so good back in the day, vibe-wise, gameplay-wise, so on and so forth. And then later on, we're going to go ahead live and in action, dive deep into the new map, Puntamar, explore it, roam, and obviously compare to see if it really does live up to the OG Favela. Now, first and foremost, I do want to state, Favela is a map that I respect because it's made for pretty much everybody. Sniper rifles, LMGs, SMGs, ARs, whatever your playstyle is, this map is going to be able to cater towards you. And at the same time, back in the day, low-key, this map kind of revolutionized map design when it came to COD. Being able to, jump from building to building and having so much exploration in one map was kind of insane. Back in the day, a lot of the times when you wanted to go ahead and do some crazy stuff or crazy jumps, get to some crazy places, you have to glitch, do certain things around the map to, obtain those spots. But in Favela, the whole map is pretty much your playground. You can go ahead and jump building to building. You can dip into the alleyways with SMGs and dip and weave throughout the buildings as well. Staying indoors. You can also sit back within the bushes and try to be, a little bit more stealthy within the map and do cool ninja diffuses and just, like I said, sneak if you want to. At the end of the day, this map fits everyone, everything, just every possible playstyle you can really think of. And it just made it fun. Again, competitive-wise, I'll probably say it's not the best map out there, but when it comes to just casually playing and having a good time in Call of Duty, especially messing around with friends sometimes, yeah, this map definitely just, it excels in so many different ways. On top of that, the vibes that this map has to offer are insane as well, if you ask me. You're in a slums environment, and at the same time, it's probably the most colorful, designed map when it comes to Infinity Ward. Let's be real, Infinity Ward does not like colors that often. Usually in their games, they're very gloom, more dark, a lot of grays and stuff of that sort. But Favela was really a breath of fresh air, especially when you're thinking of any other Infinity Ward map. It's just so bright, vibrant, lively. But at the same time, it's not like you're in, a sunflower land. You're in the slums. You're in an environment that's absolute dog water. You can literally walk building to building, see environment, see living conditions of where you're at. You can hear children in the background screaming, well, not screaming in a bad way, they're playing or something of that sort, and you can hear, car horns honking and stuff like that. It puts you in the mood. It's saying, yes, you are in a live environment, just like in the campaign where you have to watch for civilians, you can't shoot them, so on and so forth. You are in, even though in multiplayer you're not, but technically they want you to feel like you're in a live environment. People are there, people are living, and you're running throughout people's homes and fighting amongst their territory. I mean, even sometimes I think you hear, dogs maybe barking, I think as well, but you definitely hear birds chirping, like, tropical bird. It's just, the vibes that this map sets are just next level. And again, I see a lot of inspiration from Puntamar, but the question is, can they really live up to what Favela was all about, and can they make an experience as good as this one? All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are on Puntamar. Like I said, I wanted to go ahead and do a little walkthrough of this map, see what's up with it, and again, give a comparison to see if it really does live up to the vibes of what Favela is all about. Obviously, I mean, just off of spawn, I think everybody can notice that the color scheme, clearly, they took tons of inspiration. They instantly nailed that. But realistically, I feel like I want to know the vibes of the overall... Oh, God, they even got the... Bro, honestly, that's one thing I'll always say, man. God, these new games do look really good. We got to be honest. Even if the game plays like absolute dog crap, man, if we could get a game that plays good along with, good graphics, we'll be winning. But overall, I got to be honest. From what I played out of my play sessions, this map does live up a decent amount, but I don't know. But we'll see. As we walk through, I mean, it does give off, vibes that, yes, we are in, people's homes. We are in their own territory, just like with Favela. Oh, we got some dark stories as well, man. You see, things like this, when I walk through these maps, you notice a lot more than when you're playing the game, obviously. Every single time that you're playing the game, you don't pay attention to this stuff, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, bro, that cat's fire! Okay, low-key, that's actually a fire cat. But you can see, it's backstories, though, I'll be honest, not too shabby. It's I was going to say a clean-looking map. Obviously, it's not clean, we're in the crapper, but... At the end of the day, yeah, I definitely see the vibes. This house is on fire, though. Again, I guess it's kind of giving more of a war-torn off, vibe compared to Favela. Even though in Favela there are a lot of blown-up cars and stuff like that, but it's not really, like buildings on fire, like it's, crap hitting the fan. It's mostly just like, like you're hot dropping into the zone that it's live, it's in action, nothing's happened before, and you gotta go into the mission. While people are there, people are active. This looks more as, of right now, it looks like a spot that is probably evacuated, Probably some battles have gone on here already, some crap has happened. But here you are, the rooftop area. Now, this is probably the most rooftop, warfare that you'll actually get compared to Favela. Favela has a lot of rooftop warfare, and you can pretty much jump everywhere across the board when it comes to Favela. It's just this one little strip here. Of course, you can get on, on top of all the rooftops. You can get on top of this one. You can get on top of there. This one, I think I got it. Yeah, you saw me, go up there. You can get on top of there. So, yeah, you can get on top of rooftops. When it comes to, jumping rooftop to rooftop, this is probably the biggest gap that you're going to have. This is your gap, ladies and gentlemen. This is your rooftop jumping gap right here. It's still a cool layout, I'll be honest, because I like, the flow and the transition from, this building right here over to flanking through here. A lot of people actually don't even know about this, but yes, you can literally flank throughout this whole path just by simply, running across here, run through the back ways, and then you can get over here, so on and so forth. Yeah, I mean, this is probably a bigger jump. Whoa, but I wouldn't consider this right here a rooftop. Maybe jumping off of a minor rooftop to something else, but at the end of the day, that's not the end of all when it comes to what makes this map good and if it can compete with Favela, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, still pretty nice. Obviously, you have your alleyways, not as tight as Favela, though. I will be honest. Favela has a lot of close-quartered engagements in the middle of the map that if you're using an SMG, you can run building to building pretty easily. This, I mean, yeah, you got some tight alleyways, but it's not really like they're focused good, in my personal opinion. You have this ladder here, but you see that, like, if this was caved into another alleyway, if this whole section here was just pure alleys and, you can, like, dip and weave with SMGs and stuff through here, I would be a little bit more open. Same thing with here, but, I mean, this is, like, the most alley that you'll probably get out of this map, I wouldn't consider this too much of an alleyway. And, of course, you got the back section over here, but this is no alleyway either. This is a freaking street, right? So, alleyway warfare, close-quartered, SMG combat, it's good on this map, but it's definitely not Favela status, I would say. You can fight building to building. Like I said, you can, take control of this building. I'll show you guys right now. If you want to run up in here, have your fight out in here, do your thing. You can go upstairs. You can keep, dipping and weaving, SMGs all day, every day. Run through here, get outside. You'll have some ARs looking at you, but you can dip and weave those still, run across the rooftops. You get the flow. Like, they still have a flow. It's not like it's a bad designed map at all. I think the design of this map is still really good, really solid. But again, sorry, I had to stretch a little bit. Again, if this is a comparison to the alleyway warfare that we used to have back in Favela, it's not doing too fantastic of a job. Again, I do want to see, the insides of the buildings. You got stores and stuff like that. Looking pretty clean and stuff. Again, I don't feel like I'm in the slums, though. And I don't know if this is necessarily supposed to be the slums like Favela was. This might be a little bit more, better a version. But I'd much rather be, like, in Favela, where you're just like, it's not like it's been a battle. Like I said, here, like back there, it looks like, crap has already hit the fan, and it's probably evacuated. You have a bunch of police cars in the street, like obviously there's been a war here. This map is obviously from the campaign of Modern Warfare 2, which I think, it was kind of a war zone and stuff like, stuff like that. But I mean, Favela, low-key was a war zone. I mean, it's not too far off. Just the vibe. Oh, hold on. Bro, anytime I see animals, I'm an animal lover, so anytime I see animals, I gotta go up in here. So we got a little, grooming station. That's pretty cool. I never really noticed that. So you have a grooming station in here, I guess, a little vet. It's a small office, man. This is really small, man. If there'd be grooming dogs up in here, maybe helping them, so on and so forth. But yeah, this alleyway gets cut off, and it's a door, right? If this door was, an entrance to a little bit more close-quarter combat, it would be nice flow, but it's not. You have to climb up the ladder, and it instantly takes you to the rooftops over here. So, yeah, it is what it is. Again, checking out the actual details. It's a lot of animals on this map, bro. What's up with all the animals? What is this? What does this say? Something is the hottest trend. Okay. Stock market stagnates with another puppy on the freaking thing. Company profits soar after share buyback. What's up with all the animals? I don't get it. Why does every newspaper have some, like, you know, crazy news story about, like, stocks and stuff? Oh, I thought that was an E, but I was about to say the Stoke market. Oh, it's so funny, but that's a C. Bro, why is it a bunch of news articles with dogs on it, but that have, like, nothing to do with animals? That's a little strange. Obviously, we got a little construction zone around here. I'll be honest, the vibes of the indoors areas, like, that made no sense to me. I have to be real. A lot of this stuff doesn't, like, it's just, I don't know. Again, it's a beautiful map. Gorgeous map. Most definitely. I guess it's taking its own inspiration, but again, I like the slums feeling a lot more. I really do. But again, you have this side alleyway here, which I guess you can consider this, you know, an alley for close quarter combat, but it's nothing compared to what Favela is in the, you know, its central area that I like so much with their alleyways. Obviously, you have this back section here, which, you know, it's another construction zone in the back. Again, I will admit, you know, it's gorgeous. If you look at the outside scenery, beautiful. We'll go over there and check that out as well. You know, you got a little back section here. I don't know what this is. But whatever it is, it's, you know, obviously a construction zone. All of this is under construction. So it's like we're in the middle of a construction zone. I'm just trying to understand the vibes of the map. We're in a construction zone where it's a lot of construction going on. At the same time, it's been a battle because there's a bunch of police cars. And it's not just, you know, a battle for police. It's like explosions going off because the other side has a bunch of buildings on fire. So it must be more than just, you know, a local, you know, thing that police are coming in. It must be. I'm just kind of all over the place when it comes to, you know, what I'm supposed to be, you know, understanding here. Again, construction zone. This is a good hardpoint. So I like playing hardpoint over here. Got the indoors here. I'm assuming this is not a house as well. I will say a lot of this stuff here aren't, you know, they're not houses really. A lot of these are businesses. I'm assuming that maybe what they're trying to do is put the businesses up here and the houses down there. Maybe that's, you know, the direction. You know, basically that's the slums. And then as you go up the hill, you go more to, you know, the I guess the nicer area of the whole thing. Because as you see, you know, like I said, you can see just the quality of buildings in general. All of these are nice. You got nice, you know, little, I don't want to call it a skyscraper, but I'm assuming it's a nice condo or something for people to rent out. You got all of this stuff. And then you work your way down here and you start to see more slum-like areas. You know, you got broken up buildings on fire. Again, I don't understand why it's on fire. You know, more crap over here. Not really the best of areas. You know, you got this building, which is a house, I guess, but it's been a lot of stuff on. This is probably the best part of this whole map is this building because it actually has a little bit of a backstory. Look, you know, like a mom and his child, okay. What's in this image? Looks like we got some family. Like, this is probably the best part of the whole map. You see, if they took this area and replicated it across the rest of the map, I'd be down for that. At least a little bit more. It's not enough of this. And again, that's what made Favela Spark so much, in my opinion, is that, you know, you're going through a bunch. You're going through the slums. You know, you're fighting through the slums. It had a vibe. Here, you're fighting through the slums, but you can instantly get out of it, and then, you know, you're in the nicer area of town, I suppose. Again, all this stuff you don't even notice, though. That's the problem. When you're playing the map, you don't notice this stuff unless you're actually sitting down like I'm doing, walking through it and seeing what it's all about. Then you notice these things. Favela, I didn't have to sit there and walk through Favela to know what it's about. I never did that a day in my life, and I knew what the vibes of Favela were, you know? I didn't have to walk through the map. I know, like, I would play the map, and I knew exactly what it was trying to offer me. This map, I mean, it's just, again, you have to walk through it to kind of get the vibes. Again, it's just, I don't know, man. You got a pile of money over here. Got some droogs, baby. Got the droogs. Whole section over here. A little shop. So I'm guessing this is like, you know, I'm assuming, you know, a little front store, a little convenience shop up here, and then you got the trap upstairs. You know what I'm saying? You got the trap upstairs. Garages again. You got your alleyways. Overall, guys, I think I pretty much walked through the whole map. I will say this. I'm not being completely negative about this because it's not a bad map. Honestly, if you want my real personal opinion about this map, I don't hate it at all. I like this map a ton, and when it comes up in the rotation, I'm extremely happy to play it every single time it goes live. So when it comes to the vibes of this map, oh, and also I almost forgot to go look at the outskirts of the map over here, like I promised you guys. When it comes to the vibes, like, I mean, just look at this. You know, it's a beautiful map. I wish I had a sniper scope so I could look a little bit further. Obviously, I have my settings on all low, so it doesn't look, you know, obviously things are a little pixelated. But still, I mean, for what it is, you know, Favela isn't the most gorgeous looking thing in the world, and it's beautiful in my personal opinion. So this is stunning. You know, obviously it's stunning. I respect that. I just, and, you know, it'll be cool if this would maybe opened up a little, like, it's just, I don't know. Again, personal opinion, it's a great map. I would even say, I don't want to say a top 5 map, but it's very creative. I like maps that give you a little bit more flow. Not being able to, you know, be locked down in certain lanes, and it's a lot of ways to navigate this map. You can navigate through the buildings, you can navigate, navigate on the rooftops. You can also go ahead and navigate over here in, the back alleyway section. It's a lot of ways to push around here, but again, when it comes to what made Favela, which is what this video is all about, I'm comparing this map to Favela. I'm comparing, comparing the vibes. I think vibe-wise, I'd personally take Favela. No, I hear dogs barking in the background, but not much life. It feels vacant. Again, Favela, they made it feel like it was people there. Again, it was from the campaign mission because it was people in the campaign, and I don't feel that liveliness here. It doesn't seem like this map is alive. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe it was children screaming earlier, playing, and people talking. I don't know. Correct me if you heard it in the background while I was going ahead and roaming this map. But personally, I didn't really notice anything too crazy. So overall, guys, I will say it's a great map. Tons of fun to play on, in my personal opinion. I would love to know what you guys think of this map if you guys think it's fun. But when it comes to comparing it to Favela, I think Favela is still the GOAT. Just atmosphere-wise, it just has so much more to offer. Walking building to building, seeing the story that's, told behind it, and just knowing that you're in a live environment while you're also trying to, fight people is really cool. Again, this house right here is probably the coolest part of this whole map. I really enjoyed walking through here. And there was a little, backstory in other spots as well. But honestly, the majority of it's just confusion. Like up here with the newspapers talking about the stock market, but then a bunch of pictures of dogs. Again, it's a good flow, good game design. Not game design, sorry, game flow. But obviously, when it comes to vibes, it's good, but not better than Favela, in my personal opinion. But guys, that pretty much sums up the video. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and probably do the dash here. As always, if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. If you want to see some more content revolving around commentaries, live gameplays, and also comparisons like this, I have a lot of other stuff, planned in the future. Upcoming weekends, all that good stuff. So, guys, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell. And, of course, if you guys want to catch me live stream some video games, hang out with us. We do that pretty much every day besides Sundays over on Kick. You can find the link down in the description of this video. But, guys, thank you for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.